We are hardworking, soul searching. Gotta learn from our mistakes. We are strong-minded, never blinded, just doing what it takes. We are awesome creatures, true believers, with a comeback kids. We are non-hating, true relating. That's who we are. We are strong. We are strong. We are strong. We are strong. We are motivated. We self-made it. Not fearing what's ahead. We are always giving, just reliving.
Greetings. I am your host, AJ Adams. Thank you for joining us as we rock truth or absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth, even before our very eyes, is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. We believe that the Bible, our kingdom constitution, is inspired, infallible, inherent, and the final authority for all. RockTrue Queens is founded on He who is the original point of reference for all things to come.
I know you've been through some hard times, and I know you got your battle scars. I'm here to tell you it's alright, 'cause we are warriors. I know you've been through some hard times, and I know you got your battle scars. Everything's gonna be alright, 'cause we are warriors. We are stronger, stronger than you know. Yes, we are. Don't let nobody tell you different. Don't let nobody hold you down. Stronger, stronger than we'll ever be.
You back yet? Oh, you guys not. Well, welcome to RockTrue Queens. I am not the host of this show. I'm the producer of this show. I'm in the backstage right now. Let me bring myself to the forefront. And looks like we have technical difficulties on the host end, so we'll give her a moment to catch up and get brought in. Our other gracious host is she's working on a few things right now. She backstage laughing at me now. Yeah. The setup, boy, I tell you, it be real, don't it? Don't it be real? Here come AJ now. So let's see here. Hello. We going what network we using today?
It ain't AT&T today. I don't know what we connected to.
I heard AT&T was having a hard time anyway.
Listen, I don't know what just happened, and I don't even have the Wi-Fi on, and it.
Yeah. You're able to connect from Wi-Fi like that?
Yeah, so I can drive past somewhere, and it'll automatically link to a Wi-Fi source.
Oh, like, and then drop you out.
and it'll drop me out.
Yeah,
Just weird. But
yeah.
okay, let's try this.
Hey, this is all part of production. So this is your crash course in production, because you're gonna get guests that do this too. You're gonna be like, uh, but that's all right. That's all right. The show goes
Okay.
on. The show goes on.
Okay.
Wow. Well, let me say, your hair looks nice. I like what we got
Oh,
going
thank
on.
you. I don't
Yeah.
have a patch of hair today or no wild ponytails today. So
I always look at it like this. Whether your hair is up, down, left, right, in and out, it looks nice. That's all that
thank you,
matters.
thank you.
That's all that
I,
matters. I,
you
and
know,
I wish more women felt that way.
well, I think it's because, which is, you know, into our topic for next month is our insecurities. We are taught to be primped and prepped to
Hmm.
walk out the house, no matter where you're going or where you are.
Yeah.
So it's a habit.
Yeah.
Like it's a habit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the reality of that is that if we go back to the day of Adam, wasn't no such thing. Wasn't no prick
Mhm.
and prank. He
Yeah.
came as you
So
were, and Adam was naked.
exactly, he was naked till Eve decided to do what she wasn't supposed to do, and
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
there was that. You know,
yeah,
yeah, there's
some,
that. So we ain't
we
gonna.
do our own thing
I
sometimes.
I ain't gonna put the whole blame on Eve though. That's Eve had a part of the covenant, the one that was up to uphold it. However, and once he made that decision, he made the decision for all of mankind. So
Yeah.
I think we got
Yeah.
Nikita here. Let me bring Nikita in, and I'm gonna pull to the back, and I'm gonna let y'all do y'all show.
All right.
All right. Well, hello.
Hey, hey, y'all. You know, in my
Nikki.
background, my voice going in and out, but I want to make sure I'm all
Listen. You could be asked today. You could be asked today.
okay.
Post your comments in the chat. I got you.
Okay, got it. Because I'm in and out.
Okay.
I'm trying to get back to it, but yes, sir. I didn't
Go
want to leave
go
y'all
go
hanging.
get your yeah. Go take care of yourself. She should be all right.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Well, welcome, my dear.
How was your day?
Today was a good day. I woke up at 4 in the morning and drove to Detroit. So I'll be here all weekend. I have a pop up on Saturday for Michigan State University Black Alumni Association. So I got a pop up there with them on Saturday, and yeah, hanging with fam.
Okay, I'm loving it. Well, as you can hear, my week, I had no voice. So it's been in and out. But I still be getting some stuff done, and I have a team that gets stuff done. So I'm excited. I know all this is going to happen before Vegas, but it's all good because I can't wait till next month. And I'm excited for the guests we have tonight.
Yes. I'm definitely excited. Especially to continue the conversation about um life insurance, but also just that part of taking care of yourself when you're not here, but also into the part of what can you leave for your legacy, what can you leave for your family. So I think today's guest is definitely important in talking about that and talking about how life insurance plays that part in leaving something for those who are still here when you're not here anymore. But also building generational wealth from it as well. So definitely excited to hear what Jose has to talk about and just his journey into the business that he's in now.
Yes, and him being a father of three and a husband and knowing the importance of it. So definitely it's important. I love for men to speak out
because we as women we speak out about a lot of stuff, but to hear a man speak out about stuff is even more better because um, you know, don't get me, Selena. She said she gonna get me, but
Listen. I listen. I love Selena to pieces. She either gonna get you or she gonna get you together. It's one or the other. But I'm gonna take her either way.
right, I love it. But yeah, definitely. He's somebody I got to work with for the last 5 years and be a mentor. And that's very hard to find out here. He was one of the first men to pour into me and say, I could be a powerful lady. And there's not many men who go around telling African American women that, like you're a powerful lady. I mean, think about it. How many times a day do we get poured into, to be honest?
You know what? Never. And I think I don't know if it's just because we are taught to be independent or we're taught to pour into ourselves. But we definitely don't pour into each other enough. Whether it's your family, your sister, or just in general, I don't think we pour into each other enough. Period.
This is true. And to have a man or somebody from the outside tell us to walk in our power is very awesome. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody tell you, period, to walk in your power as a woman is awesome, especially as a
Yes.
minority woman. And not to hold yourself back or apologize for anything you know.
Yeah. Definitely. And like you said, it's very rare. But when you get it, you definitely want to hold on to it and cherish that because it's
I
not
told
something that happens normally.
I told somebody there are certain people that are irreplaceable. And you gotta realize as you get older, there's certain people that you can't replace. And you gotta know who those people are. And those are the people that pour into you. Anybody who pours into you uplifts you and want to see you win is somebody that's not replaceable. Period.
Yep, definitely. And I think that people hold on to, oh, that's my sister, so I have to, or that's my brother, and I need to. No, no, because sometimes that support comes from a person who has no relation to you. Um, in that support comes from strangers who just find your energy and they cling to that, and that's what they hold on to. So you have to not put a title on, oh, it's my mom and she's supposed to. No, no.
Look, the people that's gonna pour you into the most are the strangers because they don't know your past. They only see where they know that you can go and what your potential is. So sometimes those are the best people that you need to hear from,
Uh-huh.
because they're doing what you want to do. I learned that mentorship, it can't always be your parents. Like, I wouldn't ask my parents how to make $1 million. It's no offense or nothing to them, but they never made $1 million. You know, I want to talk to the person who's actually done it. But if I want to know how to be an excellent parent or raise a household and go after the grind, they are who I will talk to, you know. But to talk to somebody who says, hey, this is how you co-found a company, this is how you go forward, this is how you move forward in this capacity, there's nothing wrong with that. That's the whole way of mentorship.
Do you think that um, people are afraid to look for or look to someone that's already done it,
I
and
don't
they
think
just
it's
feel like
that.
I got to get it on my own, or as the kids say, get it out the mud, and not necessarily reach up to the person who's doing it or who has already done it?
I think it's a little bit of they're afraid to talk. Um, they're a little bit afraid to talk to those people because mindset, they're above me, and also accountability. Because when you turn yourself over to a mentor, you're turning yourself over to accountability that they're not going to let you slap. If not oh, I love you no matter what. Like, oh, I love you. Your parents, they love you no matter what. If you fail, if you win, they're going to, enable you. But your mentors are not going to enable you. They're going to hold you accountable and say, hey, you can do better. Hey, you can, what's going on here? You said you were going to come through this. What's happening? So there's a difference in the relationship and the lane that's in. And some people aren't ready for that.
Indeed, indeed. I agree. I agree. I agree. Sorry, my day. I'm never not driving.
I see. So we don't have a lot of time with this guest tonight because he has some other things scheduled, but he took time out his schedule. Um, so are we cutting to a commercial first? Are we jumping right in? What we gonna do?
Uh, we can go to a commercial, and as soon as we come back from the break, we will go ahead and bring our guest in.
Rock Truth got merch, y'all. Who is your true north? Who holds you down so you'll always know where you are? God, the original true north, the original point of reference. Check out our clothing line, True North, at rocktruth2.com for your kingdom culture needs. Everything from tees to sweats, men's, women's, and kids' sizes. Inez Essentials Whipped Body Butter has a wide assortment of 8-ounce body butter made with unrefined shea and mango butter, infused with vitamin E oil, coconut oil, sweet almond oil, natural mica powder, and fragrant essential oils. It is designed to heal and moisturize dry skin, and it is perfect for the whole family. Our whipped shea butter is handcrafted with a blend of natural and organic ingredients. The unicorn body butter can be customized to the scent of your choice. If a scent is not chosen, no scent will be added. Have you been searching for a custom home decor and crafts? Check out Delicious Designs. For more information, simply search Della Williamson on Facebook. Are you in need of advertisement or marketing tools? Branded in his image prints, logos, flyers. Contact us today. RockTrue Prints is ready to serve your printing and designing needs. We offer a full array of marketing tools, logos, flyers, business cards, video ads, and website designs. If you need our services for prints, we got you there too. Contact us at rocktruthradio@gmail.com for more information.
Stop, girl. Let me see what they got on Rock True. Girl, they got Rock True Beats, Rock True Science, Rock True Rock True Science. Girl, no, I never liked this phone.
Yeah, so you've never done spitball. Oh, I have. As a kid.
AJ, we back.
I know I couldn't hear nothing. I hear you now. I hear you now.
Oh, okay.
All right. So without further ado, let's welcome our guest for today, Mr. Jose.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you, Nikisha. I mean, it's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
So, how's the weather out there?
Today we got sunny and 87 degrees.
87. Oh my goodness. It was 98, almost 100 degrees out here with the humidity. Feels like 108.
Listen, I'm not going to complain about the heat because it's better than the snow and definitely better than rain.
That's right. Snow's coming in a few months for you guys.
No, Jose, you're not going to do that. I will mail you a box of snow, sir.
Yeah, I might take the kids up there to enjoy the snow for a couple of days. They love the snow.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You got to take them at least skiing or tubing.
Oh, yes.
Definitely. Well, thank you again for joining us. I know we have a short amount of time with you today. But definitely, I know a little bit about you and what you do, but can you just let everybody know the thing that keeps you going and doing what you're doing?
Okay, you kind of broken up there. Okay, so I've been in the industry for going on almost 14 years within insurance. Okay, how I got myself in insurance because I met this young lady out there in California. I was stationed out there in Camp Pendleton, and I met her at a wedding, and she told me to come see what she does. And next year I know, I was at an event. There was about almost like 300 people in a small room, and I see this tall gentleman just walking through, tall. And he went to the front of the classroom and he started talking about life insurance, how he protect the family, stuff like that. And I started thinking about my mom and dad. And that kind of got me motivated about insurance, to get more knowledge about insurance, how to use insurance. And the young lady I came to see at the office, 5 months later, she became my wife. Her name is Veronica Terrazas. It's kind of strange how all that works. When God puts a path on your way, you got to just run with it and stay with it. But this industry is very honorable, like nursing, like law enforcement, like military is very honorable career. So many people need help get more knowledge about life insurance. Because my mom came from Mexico. Okay, luckily I was born here. My mom came from Mexico, and in '04 she had a double bypass. And when I had a conversation with my brother, I'm like, we had a conversation, like, hey, mom and I make out of the table. I'm like, okay, well, just in case. She said she had life insurance, but the life insurance she has wasn't a life insurance. It was a mortgage insurance. My
Wow.
mom didn't, yeah. So the thing is, my mom didn't speak English, only Spanish. And my mom's a very prideful lady. She's 82 years old. My mom's very prideful, and she liked to keep everything to herself. She could do everything by herself, and much respect. But the language barrier is something else. And the person who sold it, they didn't speak Spanish. It was English.
Mm.
So that's the reason why I got myself in the industry, to learn, also to teach more people, how those things work. Because think about it, how do wealthy gets wealthy? It's passes down inheritance, life insurance. That's the reason I'm keep going.
Indeed. Now, last week we did have someone on who talked about pre-need insurance. Can you just talk a little bit about just the difference between the pre-need insurance and the life insurance policies that you do sell or that you do offer to families who are seeking to find that?
Got it. Okay, no problem. Pre-needs, I'm not very familiar with pre-needs, but life insurance is, it all depends on the needs of the family, what they're looking for. Looking for a short term, or they're looking for a long term insurance, and are they looking for the new kind of insurance too? Because most people got insurance and they had the insurance for years. It's always good to get a second look what kind of insurance they have.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's like I said, there's multiple insurance out there, like term, whole life, universal life, index universal life, variable. Got to make sure what kind of insurance do you have, that make sure it's working to your benefit. Because look, three things are guaranteed in life: death, that's guaranteed. When, we don't know. Second, like I'm 47, I'm getting older. Now there's a chance I might get cancer, or get a stroke or a heart attack. We need some insurance for that too. But the third one is also I'm living longer.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's 92, so I need some kind of another supplement for savings. So the whole thing is understand what kind of life insurance they have, and it's working for them. If it's not, it's okay to upgrade. Just think about this. Remember how the cell phones came out the first time? Those
The
big old
bag.
phones? Yeah. Look at
Definitely.
now. Look at now. It's a smart computer. Same thing with financial services and like insurance companies. They upgrade their policies. They upgrade their products. That's why it's good to get second advice to see what they have, don't have. Because look, if anything happens, the worst thing is they think they have life insurance, but they don't. And they should not now the families are more and more in pain. Now they gotta go GoFundMe's and ask family members to get more money. Now pre-needs what I understand is I know Miss Audrey, she just does a very amazing job out there. What I understand from pre-needs is people that last minute, last minute things. But for us is let's get the people now to understand what they don't have, so we could help them understand and build that for them and their family, for the peace of mind, security they need.
Yep, we have a question in the comments. They're asking, is it a supplement for savings?
We should need by supplements like for the life insurance part.
Yes.
It's called the universal or index universal. It's a permanent insurance. It's a savings. It's a savings. It's a death benefit attached with a savings.
Good to
It goes a
know.
long way. Trust me. I mean, look, like I said earlier, my mom came from Mexico. My dad was born here, combat veteran from Army. He was Army. Went to Korea, got hurt, no high school education. Nobody taught my parents about money or insurance. But this insurance that now we have, like I have a few of these, my kids have, it's a permanent insurance. It's called the Index Universal Life Insurance that I could build some cash value that I could put money out, tax advantage down the road if I choose. Like, do you want to pay taxes to the end? That's why you want to diversify your where the money's coming from after your retirement.
Okay. What would you say is the most surprising thing that you have come across when you sit with families and you talk about life insurance, whether they have it or not? But what's stuck out with you with some of your families when you do sit down with them?
Oh my goodness. It's just the lack of information they have. Because most families I sit down with, give you an example. I just sat down with a family this morning. They thought life insurance is you die, you pass away, there's money there for the family. But they thought it was only for the burial. For the burial, because burials today is pretty expensive. But they haven't thought about debt. They haven't thought about mortgage. They haven't thought about the education for their kids or leaving a legacy behind. They haven't thought about that. So now they're thinking about like, okay, how can we help our family to like get better down the road, just in case anything happens to the mother and father. And the father works, the mother doesn't. And the mother thought that she didn't need no life insurance, and she does, because anything happens to her, God forbid, that means he has to pay for babysitters. He has to pay for nannies. That's another expense that most people don't see that. That's all what we do here is that we sit down with families and we actually ask questions, detailed questions about them and their family, what they want, what their needs, and put a plan together, what they need, not what I think they need. No, it's what they need. Because at the end of the day, it's their family, their security, their peace of mind for their family.
Do you come across people who are skeptical about the index funds and how life insurance works? And I will say this, life insurance is something I did not learn about growing up, but being at different jobs is something I had another co-manager, talk to me about life insurance and not having one, not just having the one from work, but also having one outside of work. Which
Yes.
at first, at 24, then I didn't understand that. But now I make a point to always have one outside of my work policy because of that. You move,
And yes, I sit down with a lot of skeptical people, and that's the best. I love those clients. I do. The reason why, because they're so skeptical, and when you have the information, you share that information, okay, and the stories, like, wow, I'm in that position. I need life insurance. Like like the gentleman today I sat down with, okay, he had insurance through work. He's been at his job for 22 years. 22 years, okay? And yes, he has insurance too there. I'm like, and I explained to him, I was like, you paying for that insurance? He's like, well, no, the company's paying for it. I'm like, no, it's coming in your check. So he got his W-2. He looked at it. He's like, wait, I am paying for this. I'm like, yes. I'm like, but when you leave, let's say you retire or you quit or they let you go, can you take the life insurance with you? And 98%, you can't. We looked at it. So now he's like, wow, I need to get life insurance now. I'm like, yes, you do. Now he's a little bit older. I told him if you had the insurance younger, it would be cheaper. And that's what most young people need to understand, that when you're younger, insurance is much cheaper than when you get older. Like this gentleman right now, like, hopefully we're going to insure him. It's just, it's at the end of the day, it's make sure that people have the right information to make the right decisions. And this couple of people, I love them. I love them.
Do you feel like it's a bigger, I don't want to say a win, but when you do encounter the skeptical people, like, and you do get them to understand, oh, I really do need this. This is how it will benefit me. This is how it will benefit my family and my children's children. Do you feel like a sense of relief, or, how do you feel after you get them to understand, like, this is what you need? And whereas they felt that they didn't need it in the beginning.
Got it. Okay. I mean, your question hits home. The reason why, here's the reason why. One, we're placed on this earth for a reason. We have a purpose in life, and sometimes we don't know our purpose until later in life, or in our 20s, 30s. We don't know yet. Okay. But the feel of when you help a family out, that they don't have to repeat that cycle of life they went through, the struggles of finances, the struggles of not having the right education, the struggles of not having a lifestyle or the life they want. And by helping families out, it helps me. Like, okay, Lord, you placed me on this earth for a reason. Let me do my work. Let me do my work and help others. Because I serve in the United States Marine Corps. I love my country. I love the people. It's one of the greatest countries in the world. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. We do have our faults. But this country gives you an opportunity to do what you want to do. Go to school, start a business. And this the accomplishment of helping others to fulfill their dreams and goals. And it reminds me of our CEO, Patrick Bet-David. You know, I mean, he served in the United States Army, came from Iran, uh, got into the financial services, and I remember in 2009, he said, we're going to start a company called PHP, People and People. At a time where we're dating, Veronica, and now my wife, she looked at me, he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, let's follow him. Because he has a heart to help people. He has heart to help people, yes, make money, but also help people to understand what's going on in finances. Because the minority communities, we're getting left behind. We're getting left behind. And that's not, I don't think that's justice. I want to do my share, my help to help others. But I know for a fact the Lord upstairs, it rewards me 10 times. The golden rule in life. The golden rule in life. So every time I help a family to give them the information, or if I don't help them out with a policy because their policy is good, it's just the information I share with them. They're more relief. Like, oh God, okay, I got the good stuff. Okay, my family's good now. I'm like, yes, your family's good. I'm not worried about the sale. I'm not worried about that income, because I know Jesus, it's going to reward me 10 times. He's going to reward me 10 times. And that's why I am so grateful. I'm so grateful with this industry. I'm grateful that my friend called me, complained to me that I wasn't going to a wedding on a Saturday, and I drove 3 hours. At that wedding, I met Veronica, and 5 months later, we got married, got myself in the industry, got doing insurance, and Never look back. I don't work a job. I just want to help people out, and it's a feeling that most people, it's hard to explain. I think for me, it's kind of hard to explain.
And that was going to be my next question. What is your why? I know you talked about your mom and your dad, but what is your why to continue to do what you do, but also continue to build others up in the industry?
Okay, the whys. And it's so funny that you know the why is so important. The why is so important, and sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes we don't know our whys yet, or we kind of do know our whys, and that's what we have to follow: short term, mid-term, or long term. I know for a long term for me, my why. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. I just know when I pass away, I want the gates of heaven for me to walk through. To say, yes, Lord, I did my job on earth to help others. To help others. That's accomplished for me. Like for my kids, when my kids grow up, I want them to have a good life. I want them to be good to other people. The love, because if you look in the Bible, it doesn't say, oh, the color of your skin or religion. No, no, no. It talks about love. Love
Mm-hmm.
your neighbor. Love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. I just want to make sure my kids know that. And for the wife is for us to grow old, travel, have a good time. I'm 47. She's 38. I'm losing weight to trim down to look good. You know, but the thing is that my why is that I one day I am going to pass away. When I do not know. There's been chances when I was younger to the Marine Corps that I'm very surprised that I'm still here.
Mm.
Okay. And yes, I do battle PTSD. I do battle anxiety. I do battle depression and stuff like that. And, and it does sometimes for us veterans or anybody who have PTSD, it does hit her pretty hard. And sometimes the thoughts gets to your head. I'm like, no, I can't do that. Because I want to go to heaven. Okay. I'm going to meet the creator. And I want to make sure it's like, hey, Lord, I did the best I can on earth. Please let me to the gates of heaven. That's, and most people might have different whys, you know. Um, like some people are like, oh, I want a lot of money. Yeah, of course you can have a lot of money. But I know if I help more people in business or in finances, I know the Lord's going to reward me 10 times, 10 times. And I got to be patient because I know for a fact it's going to happen. I hope that answers your question.
You did. You talk about the money. Um, do you feel that those that come into the industry for the money aspect but not for the helping aspect, how do you feel they fare within the company, or do you feel that they have to do a change of course in order to be not necessarily successful but doing what the purpose is, which is to help families, which is to help other people?
And yes, we do have people come on board and say, yes, I want to do it for the money. Absolutely, do it for the money. But down the road, they realize it's not the money, it's how you help others. How
Hmm.
you help others. And usually they don't last in the industry. They don't, or they make a change. And I would say a good 60% of them do make a change to say, you know what? Now we're on a crusade. We're on a crusade to help people understand about life insurance, understand about retirement plans, debt settlement, whatever case is, they change their ways.
Indeed, indeed. And it's one thing, one of the isms where I am is definitely do not chase the money. The money will follow as long as you're on the right path. So
And in different industries, people are always, oh, well, I have to make this amount or I have to make that amount. But they're not looking at what am I doing and what am I solving with where I work, with what I'm doing.
Hmm. And I agree. Look what happened to my mother. I mean, I'm not gonna blame the agent. I know it is rough industry, but I know people gotta make sales, gotta
Hmm.
make money, absolutely, to pay their mortgage, pay whatever they gotta pay. But at the same time, we gotta do justice to the client. We gotta do justice to the client to make sure they understand what they have, don't have. Because at the end of the day, that's their policy, that's their retirement plan, that's their families. It doesn't belong to me or anybody else. You guys make sure people have the right information, to be protected.
Indeed. What do you say to those who are watching who are uh, contemplating sitting down with anyone for insurance? Or what do they look for when they are sitting with someone to talk about insurance? What do you say to that family or to that person who is searching?
That's a good question. That's a good question. Um, Give me an example. Like I said, we don't know when we're going to pass away. Young, old, we don't know. Okay. So the worst thing that somebody could do is when they passed away. Let's say hypothetically somebody who's in the 20s. Okay. I'll give you an example. Yesterday I sat down with an 18-year-old. Right. He lives with mom and dad and everything. And I asked him. I said, "You help your parents out with the mortgage and all that?" He said, "Yes." So he gives every monthly help the family out with their mom and dad make payments. I'm like, "What happens if you pass away?" He's like, "Oh my God, it's gonna be a burden to my family. It's gonna be a burden to my mom and dad." And his mom and dad wasn't born here; they were born in Mexico. And I'm like, okay. So what's gonna happen? He's like, "Well, my God, I don't know." I'm like, okay, now you know why you need life insurance. Just in case anything happens to you, you leave security to your mom and dad. You're not gonna make your mom and dad rich. You're just gonna help them to make some adjustments, to pay what you gotta pay. So it's understanding if anything happens to you, look at your loved ones. Look at your loved ones. They're the ones who stay behind and get all that impact of pain of the loss of a loved one. So much is also the finances part because the burial is expensive. If you have debt, that debt's going to someone else. It's just no matter what age you are, you need to be protected. You want to be protected, and especially if you have kids. Especially if you have kids, you got to make sure the kids are protected.
Hmm.
Because if not, what happens to them? Once again, it's a cycle. It's a cycle that happens. That's what a lot of communities are just where they are because there's no information out there. There's no changes. And life insurance, you know, um, it changed people's lives. And there's a lot of athletes out there play professional sports. Mom passed away, and mom left the life insurance.
Hmm.
It's just this sitting down with somebody or her with me, Nikisha, or anybody in our company. This number one, look when you go talk to an insurance agent. What companies are they representing? How many companies do they have? Like Nikki and myself, we're brokers. We have numerous companies. So if somebody comes up to me and says, Jose, I need insurance, no problem. Let me collect some information. Let me do my research, okay? And let me get you the right benefits and not to break your pocket either.
Hmm.
Because yes, life insurance could be expensive, but at the same time, want to make sure you get, think about this. Why do people like to shop at Walmart, Sam's, Costco's?
More.
Because of reason. Yeah, get more. This is what we do. We just look for companies that we have, what the client needs, and trying to find it for them with enough benefits to pay less.
Mm-hmm.
That's my advice to anybody who's looking to look into get a life insurance. Find somebody who has multiple insurance companies, because now you have a different options to go with. I hope
Yeah.
that answers your question.
Yes, you did. You did. Thank you so much. I know we're getting short on time. I know you got to go to another meeting. Um,
Mhm.
but I definitely want to just thank you for taking your time out to talk to us about insurance and just explaining the different things. Definitely learning about you and your family and your whys. It's definitely, good to hear. And then good to hear that you are about the people and not necessarily about the money, because that comes with caring about the people.
Mhm.
Do you have any closing remarks for us before you head out of here?
Oh my God, it's an honor. Seriously, it's an honor to be here with you guys. Thank you for allowing me to speak, and everybody out there. It's don't be afraid. Don't be afraid about life insurance. Don't be afraid about trying to get your finances in order, because you're gonna retire one day. You're gonna retire. You got to make sure that you're properly set. It's like you want to retire for 10 years, or you like to retire until you pass away. For me, and most like Nikki, we want to retire at a young age and not worry about money ever again.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice is go sit with somebody. Go sit with somebody. Put a plan together. And of course, if you need help, we're here for you.
Indeed. Well, thank you again, Jose. It was definitely a pleasure having you on. We definitely will have you come back on when we talk about finances again. Just definitely want to hear, more about the different companies and, things, that PHP is doing. I hear a lot of things from Nikki about the company and the wonderful things you guys are doing within your own community. So
Mhm.
definitely would love to have you back on.
It will be a pleasure. I mean, here, didn't Nikki told you about the industry versus us?
A little bit. I was actually telling her I talked to someone from another company where you came from, actually. So,
Okay.
so definitely just seeing the difference, but definitely loving learning more about PHP, what you all do, what you stand for, and what you stand on. Has definitely been a pleasure. But yes, Nikki talks about it. Just the self development that you all instill in your brokers was amazing to me. A lot of times, it's not, you don't get that self development part. It's
Mhm.
always, how do you how are you successful in the business? How can you be successful in getting that close? But it's that other piece, the self development piece, is what caught me when she talked about it, and how she lit up talking about PHP and what they do, not just for the community, but also for her.
And AJ, you know what? Yes, all that. I remember when Patrick David came out with the mission, Save It America, Bring Back for Enterprise Hope to American Families. That blew me away. But this is what blows. This is what's going on. We want to disrupt the industry. Look at the minorities, the minority part. Okay, Latinos in the industry versus us. Latinos is 12% in the industry. We have 44%.
Wow.
African American, the industry is 7%. Our company is 35, 36%.
Wow.
Our company has more minorities than the industry.
That's amazing.
Disrupting the industry and making justice out there. That's why you're gonna see PHP movies, you're gonna see a lot of things about PHP here soon.
Amazing. Well,
So thank you.
I was telling Nikki I do have my license, so so she's been on me. So yes, but definitely love hearing about it. Can't wait to see what else you guys do in the future.
Okay. You have a wonderful blessed day. Thank you guys. Love you
Thank
guys.
you, Faye. Have a good night.
You too.
All right, so you guys heard it from Jose. Make sure you sit down with someone, talk about their life insurance, talk about how
you can create that legacy for your families, and not just for right now, but for your children, your children's children. It's definitely something that's needed and it's important, for our families, for our community, getting that life insurance and making sure it's the right policy for you and not just something um, that was pushed on you. So definitely do that if you have not already done so. Well, we are going to close out our show. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining us and learning about life insurance and how to safeguard your finances, for the future. We look forward to talking to you guys next week. Thank you for rocking with us, where we rock truth or nothing at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. It's the B.O.B. bounce. And it's about to get real. Let's go. It's about to get real. Let's go. It's about to get real. It's about to get. It's about to get real. All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. I don't know it. What you about to learn? All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. All my blessed people. Report to the dance floor. Step, 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 step up. Back stand still, matter of fact. Everywhere you look, you got a blessing on the way. Step up. Back stand still, matter of fact. Everywhere you look, you got a blessing on the way. Turn it out to the right.